Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. And to everyone over in Australia, I hope you're enjoying having the boys and the whole team and the whole system of West Ham over there. It looks amazing, and you're there in your numbers and you're supporting this wonderful club from abroad, from all the way over in Aussie land. And it's brilliant. And I've been watching some of the content that West Ham have been putting out, and it's exciting to see that you're getting to experience, something that I've experienced actually over the last 3 seasons, which is West Ham training and pre-season, and you getting up and close and personal with the players and up close and personal with the training. And that is a fantastic feeling and a fantastic thing to look back upon and say, listen, I've been there, done that, and wore the t-shirt in terms of doing it. I had 3 seasons of it when West Ham came to St Andrews over the last 2 years. I became so accustomed to it that I genuinely thought they would be back again this year, but they're not. So I can't be too selfish when it comes to these things. Anyway, enjoy it. Enjoy the games at the weekend. Keep your eye on the channel because we may be doing some content on lead up to the first game, of course, in Australia. But before I get started on a particular player who's missing from the preseason, I want to bring your attention to this shirt that I'm wearing here that you can see. Let me see if I can bring that up to you. Dt38 Dt38, that I can't explain to you how immensely proud that I am personally, and I know Russ and all the people are from the West Ham Network, to be a brand ambassador for this amazing foundation. Now, what's happened is West Ham have partnered, obviously, with Betway, but Betway have donated the front of shirt branding to the Dt38 for the tour of Australia. So the logo Dt38 Foundation will appear on the club shirts for West Ham's pre-season tour of Australia. Betway kindly provided a support to help raise awareness for the male cancer charity, which was founded in memory of former West Ham player Dylan Tombides, a very promising young academy footballer who passed away back in 2014, aged just 20 years old. And he played youth football for the Stirling Lions club before being spotted by West Ham, moved to East London at the age of 16 in 2010. He was a prolific goal scorer and centre forward, and he made his first Premier League squad a year later. He was diagnosed with testicular cancer following a random drugs test in 2011 after the FIFA Under-20 World Cup finals, where he was representing Australia, and underwent intense treatment before making a senior West Ham debut in 2012, September of that year. Tragically, his cancer returned aggressively, and despite his real positivity and resilience, he died, unfortunately, in April of 2014, only 3 months after playing for his country in the for the final time in the Under-22 Championship. So following his death, West Ham did retire the shirt number 38, and as an honour to Dylan Tombides, and his family then went ahead and created the Dt38 Foundation in February of 2015. And just weeks later, Betway made a first number of donations to fund the charity's mission to raise awareness and change the stigma associated with the men's health issues. And thanks to the generosity from the sponsors, West Ham players will proudly wear the Dt38 Foundation logo on their new current strips for the pre-season tour over in Australia, which is really good. And you've seen quite a lot of the videos that have been put out on the content of them wearing it during the training sessions, and it's amazing. It's really nice to raise awareness, and I can't explain it enough when I say this. I wear this a lot. I wear the black. We've got a black and white one. I've got a jumper. I've got a hat. Doesn't fit my head because I've got a big head, so the kids wear it. And it's really cool, and I wear it with a lot of pride. I really do wear it with a lot of pride. So it's an honour to raise as much awareness as I possibly can. Living up in Scotland, people don't really know who the charity is, and it's always regularly stopped and asked, what is that? And then you get a chance to explain the story, and it raises awareness of the charity and the whole point of what you're trying to achieve, which is to raise awareness of testicular cancer. So if you do know of someone or you're just having a chin wag, then it's definitely worthwhile. Bringing up as well. And you can make regular donations to the Dt38 Foundation's program as well, so we'll make sure we put a link in there. So definitely get yourselves involved on keeping that one. But we are here also today to talk to you about a particular player that has gone missing from our preseason tour, and it's Max Cornet. You know, he's not been included in the tour for Australia, despite not taking part for an international duty with the Ivory Coast. Now, he did have a very rare condition, and he went to see specialists in France, and they supposedly said that they'd only seen something like what his occasion was twice in 25 years of service. He did need to get regular injections to loosen up the calf, and he did, you know, come to the tail end of the season, and it was, you know, the player that we had quite a lot of hopes for didn't really fulfill. But he wasn't included, and the mystery is he wasn't included in the Australia tour. But if you are a regular follower of him on his social media, then you will see that he is doing his own pre-season as things currently stand. And he doesn't look like he's taking it easy. He looks extremely intense, and there's a big focus on his legs. Actually, he constantly focuses on his legs and the power. He's doing a lot of powerful runs, and a lot of strengthening and conditioning as well. You know, quite an intense program. The only thing I can think of why he's potentially not been included is for a following couple of reasons, and I'm not a specialist in this, and this is a bit more like a guessing game, but certainly I'm not worried about it, because I think people are worried that maybe he's picked up another injury. Well, I'll tell you what, if he's picked up another injury, he's done a really good job in faking the fitness program that he's put together and is doing wherever he is in the world right now. The couple of theories I've got is having an ultra rare condition and potentially being on a long flight, a long haul flight, could have a negative impact, you know, for such a for 2 games where it's not really necessary. Now, people will turn around to me and say that's a ridiculous statement, but I don't think it is. You know, it's just a theory. Doesn't mean it's right, but I think when you've suffered from something so rare that's never really been seen, then you've got to do the best possible thing to make sure that that doesn't flare up or happen. And if there's any unnecessary risks, you know, or any risks that could come his way, then what's the point in doing something unnecessarily? So I don't think that impacts him massively, not being involved in the Australian tour. I think what he does is he gets himself fit as much as he possibly can and reignites with the reconvenes with the team when they come back from the Australian tour, because we've got plenty of friendlies to do before the start of the season. And I tell you what, a fit Max Cornet is a new player. That's what we want. It's an exciting prospect as well. We have to think, like, you know, we never really saw a lot of him last season. I constantly went on about the impact he made when he first played for us at the start of the season. I felt like he was very impactful. He was involved in goal creations and opportunities, and was fouled a lot, and we won penalties on the back of his runs, etc. I felt like he bridged that gap between the midfield and the striker, and I think he's the sort of player that thinks forward, looks forward, and brings the team forward. And I think with, you know, our new style of play that I think we're going to adopt with, and in particular, if you've got a fit Scamacca with a Paqueta, then I think a Cornet really adds a new dynamic to that team as well. And depending on what David Moyes is looking at doing with Cornet, because we need to remember, Cornet has adapted himself into several different positions in his whole career. Do you know, I wish I'd had it actually up here, but I can actually give you his stats of the amount of games he's played throughout his career, and it's really interesting when you actually look at his player profile and you see where most of his games he's played in what position. I need to find it somehow. I don't know how to get that all seasons. Let's see if I can bring that up to you now. Right, here we go. So this is really interesting stats here. He's played most of his games in left wing, 65 appearances. But he's also had 55 appearances. So this is throughout every single club he's played for. Lyon, Burnley, Metz, West Ham. This is all of his stats collectively. 65 games on the left wing, 55 games on the right wing, 34 games as a left back, 32 games as a centre forward, 27 games as a left midfield, 17 games as a right midfield, one as a second striker and one as an attacking midfielder. So if you collectively bring in the left wing, the right wing, the left back, and the centre forward, he has played well over half of his career games in those 4 positions. He's an attacking player. So that's quite an exciting prospect as long as he's fit, of course. Then that will feel like a new signing. I'm not saying that means we don't go into the market and bring someone else in, but having that player there in your arsenal will definitely be a positive thing for us moving forward. So for me, I have a theory. It's probably wrong, but I don't see the problem in him being left to go and work on doing what he's doing. I'm not saying he can't fly. All I'm saying is the journey to Australia is huge and long, and having an ultra rare condition may be a reason why he's not being on this flight. That could be a reason why he's not gone on this journey. There could be other reasons that we don't know about. He could be injured, but I don't think he is, because I'm looking at his mainstream Instagram account and all that sort of stuff. And if whether you're into social media or not, I follow the accounts and you get to see what they update you with. So he looks like he's fighting extremely fit, raring to go, not holding back in his program whatsoever. Intense strengthening. So it'll be interesting to hear what David Moyes has to say on Max Cornet. Put your comments in. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think for him for the coming season? Do you think he's going to make a big difference? He's changed squad number, so he's buzzing about that. He's advertising that all over his Instagram as well. But I think there's a positive player here for West Ham, a good future for West Ham as well. Just interesting to see how he will be deployed for the new season. But listen, we need to bring players in. That's the key element here. That's what we do over the next week or so, and we can progress and move on and push up this league and challenge for a Champions League spot via the league or the Europa League. Anyway, if you are new around here, of course, go and hit that cheeky subscribe button. Why not? Give us a good cheeky subscribe. But we're on the march now towards 30,000 subscribers. Who thought it? I think we can get there by the end of the year. I don't know. Russ doesn't think we can. I think me and Holly think we can. So hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave your comments. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, then look at the channel membership option. There's an option that says join. Look at that as well if you want to. If you don't, then don't. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join Russie B later on for another West Ham Daily. Take it easy, everyone. And of course, come on, you beautiful Irons. Irons.